What's up, y'all? It's your girl King Cat, and I am back with the video. Today we are going to be getting into how to install a glueless wig. Also, we're going to get into the custom hairline, aka the Legos hairline, repping for all the Legos girls, period, with the widow's peak, you see it. So yes, before we jump into the video, just a little bit of housekeeping. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, period. Housekeeping is over. Let's get into the video. So to start off, I'm going to take a hot comb. This one I got on Amazon, and I will definitely link it down below in my Amazon, what is it? My Amazon affiliate program link. I forget what it's called, but yeah, that. And yes, this hot comb gets to 500 degrees, which is super good for sizes like this. Since it is not a iron, you do need more heat. Like, since it's not like a cast iron, like it would be a hot comb, it does take a little bit more to get that hot comb effect with an electric hot comb. Also, the lace that we are working with today is going to be a 13 by 4 full lace HD frontal wig. At this very moment, I am sectioning it into 4 sections, 4 equal sections, and as you can see, I'm just sectioning it here. Also, one thing I wanted to point out, when you are getting into customizing a wig or a lace in general, you want to keep your work area, your working canvas as clean as possible. That way you get clean results. Clean workspace equals clean results, period. Now you see me going about a ½ inch behind the hairline and just clipping that away, and then I'm going to go behind the part that I just created and just start plucking randomly. I went in randomly, but then I immediately went into a method after just knocking some of that density out of the way, just knocking some of that hair out of the way. I go, I say like tiny little quarter-inch sections, and then I go in between those quarter-inch sections. And while I am plucking, every so often I will comb through the lace. Here you'll start to see the quarter-inch sections. You see how I'm going quarter-inch, and then I'll go in between it to just kind of give that. It's random, but it's not random. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. I'm trying to explain it as best as I can, but basically, go into smaller sections, tiny little sections, and then go in between those sections, and that's how you're going to get that effect. It's already starting to look a lot natural. So customizing the lace is very repetitive. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again, and eventually, once I'm satisfied with the way this looks, I'm going to go a section behind this part and do it all over again. Yeah, right here. So now I'm going to go even further behind the hairline and do the same thing. So I'm also too, you don't want to start plucking at the part, because then you're going to make a hole for yourself. A hole in the, not a hole actually in the lace, but a plucked hole. Basically, the hair is going to go missing in that area. So the further you get into the frontal, the further back you go into the frontal, the more dense it is. So I believe this section took me a little bit longer, but you can see that I'm going into those quarter-inch sections. They're more defined now. You can see where they are. And yes, so yeah, here I'm creating those quarter-inch sections, and you see me smoothing the hair back, because going back and forth with the tweezers, it kind of frazzles the hair. And also too, if I smooth the hair down with my hand like that, I can see the progress that I'm making, because it mimics how I'm actually going to be wearing the hair. So now I'm going into those in-between sections that I just created, those little quarter-inch sections, and that is going to give that more natural effect. So now that the inside, the internal part of the frontal is looking the way I want it to look, I'm going to go back to the front of the frontal, smooth everything behind, and just start to lightly, very, very lightly take away some of the density from the front. I'm going about halfway deep into the first section that I created, and I'm going to start plucking behind the hairline again. Also too, you're going to see me pluck at the hairline just a little bit as well. Not the hairline, but at the part a little bit. And then also too, now I'm going to start parting at the hairline, because you can't really tell on camera, but in person it had a line there, just because that's just the way they make wigs. They always have lines, so I'm just going to take away some of that, and just as I see fit, just so it can look more natural and not so manufactured. Just randomly, kind of probably unconsciously going in that little method of quarter-inch sections, but yeah, just randomly making it look as natural as possible. So I pulled the hairline all the way back and smoothed all the hair back, and it was still looking a little bit thin, so I'm just going back in and randomly plucking, because I did want it to give like exotic vibes. Like, I plan on wearing the hair straight, but yeah, you see how you can kind of like see through the hair, even a little bit back into the hairline. I like that, so that's what I did. And then also too, you have to take into account that I am going to do a widow's peak, so I wanted to pluck the hairline a little bit more, because some of that is going to go missing, and I don't want that to be the best plucked part, so I'm going a little bit further back just to account for the part where the widow's peak will be, so I still have that natural effect. So now I'm going to get into styling the hair, my favorite part. First of all, this is what the wig is looking like. As you can see, on the sides, I use the same method, but I plucked it a little more densely. So the top of the head, you don't have to go as hard, but the sides is usually where, even in like to mimic a real hairline, that's where it's going to be a little bit finer, a little bit more thin on most people's heads. So I'm just going to take some Arobi foam and put it all over the hairline, kind of let that air dry for a little bit. I did this at home, so I just let it sit for about 30 minutes, walked around, came back to it or whatever. But also too, this wig, when I washed it, I let it air dry for about a day, because I was just taking my time and I wasn't really in a rush. And this wig has Nairobi all over it, okay? So when it was wet, I literally moved it down, because when you flat iron it, it just gives this super silky, shiny effect. And already this is a really good wig. Shout out to my girl at Wig Unit Creative. I'll link her Instagram down below. She gifted me this wig. Well, actually, we did trade services, so I did a service for her, and then she gifted me the wig as payment, which, period, okay? So, yeah, and now I'm just gonna basically style it, which is pretty straight to the point. Yeah, everything that I use will be in the description box below, but at this point I'm just going to stop talking, because the rest of this video is pretty much for aesthetics. Oh, no, the installation process and all of that. I'll come back to that. But the styling process is pretty self-explanatory. If you're here, you probably already know how to flat iron it, brush it, and blah, 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 that stuff. So, yeah. Alright, girl, enjoy the video. Okay, girl, so the wig is all silky straight. There I am looking like Queen Latifah off, set it off. Okay, period. I'm about to set this wig off. Okay, because once you see how, well, you saw how it was laid, but period. Y'all see it. So to get a skin-like finish, you're going to want to take some oil-free foundation and put it all over the inside of the lace. Mine is from Pat McGrath. Literally, you can just Google whatever foundation that you have, ask Google if it is oil free, and it will tell you yes or no. or you can just type in what foundations are oil free and water based. But I love mine from Pat McGrath, and I did mine a slight, like one shade darker than what my color is right now, just because I find that that gives the best application for whatever reason. I have no idea. Maybe because when I put on my makeup, I'm bronze around my hairline. So yeah, but here I am cutting out my ear tabs. So I'm literally just going behind, well, actually measuring where my ear is, and I'm just gonna cut the lace so that it covers my sideburns and it lays flat and it gives super natural. This wig install was so natural, y'all. So natural. So let's get into this widow's peak. Well, I'm literally just matching the widow's peak to my natural widow's peak because I actually really do have a widow's peak hairline. I'm just kind of scoping it out, carving it out, using a rat tail comb. These knots were really easy to rip out, as you can see. I didn't have any knots left in my lace after I did this, and it was so easy. You see, I had no struggle. So, period. That's how I got the widow's peak. I could have went a little bit deeper, but this was my first time actually doing this method, and I think it turned out great. So, yes. To apply my wig the glueless way, I sprayed a layer of even lace melting spray onto my skin, and then I brought the wig down and sprayed another layer of it and then blow dried it down. So I only used about 2, maybe 3 layers of this, but I'm pretty sure it was just 2. And yeah, I like to only use 2 because as I'm wearing the wig, I'm going to have to touch it up during the day because I sweat a lot. So that's another reason why I don't really like to do the glue way, because I have a bigger mess to clean up because I sweat through glue. There is this one lace glue that I want to try that claims to be waterproof, so I really want to try it. I'm gonna definitely try it. But yeah, so there I am just doing the lace. I used a razor to cut the lace. Any lace that was stuck to my head too far away from my hairline, I just used the rat tail end of a comb to kind of poke through and separate my skin from the lace, and then just proceeded to use an eyebrow razor to razor off the rest of the lace. This is pretty self-explanatory. I keep saying that it's self-explanatory, but I also explained it. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. Outside of that, I hope that you really enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a comment if you did. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the vibe, okay? And I will see you guys on the next one. I really do appreciate y'all. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting reels and just funny stuff. I think I'm funny, y'all. I think I'm so funny. I didn't tell any jokes in this video because I'm getting back in my groove, so I'm a little nervous. I be so nervous that I'm gonna mess up when I'm talking, and I'm gonna say something silly, or I'm gonna sound too rehearsed, but also I want to sound professional. It's like, Jesus. Anyways, I hope that this video was somewhat informative. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to listening to you guys' feedback and all that. Love y'all. Ciao.
Probably gonna sin again. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. This don't kill my vibe. This don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from. I can feel your energy from. I can feel your energy from two planets away. I got my two planets away. I got my two planets away. I got my music. I will share it, but today I'm yelling. This don't kill my vibe. 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 This don't kill my vibe.
Okay, y'all, so this is the final result. I did a little razzle dazzle. Obviously it's a half up, half down. This is a 13x4 HD lace wig, and as you can see, she is laid. So this is the next day that I'm recording the final result, because I was literally getting ready to leave when I was recording that video. So I just ran out of time, but y'all saw how it was. This is the next day, and it's really given. Like, I've gotten so many compliments, and I'm just very grateful that it came out cute. And this is glueless. All the links, all the products that I use will be linked down below. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys learned something, and I will see you guys on the next one.